Welcome at our superfood channel for animals. Today we will dive into the relation between cats and dogs. My name is Rob. I am author of dozens of pet books sold in more than 25 countries. If you have any questions or remarks or additions, leave a comment and I will respond. Well, have you ever wondered if cats and dogs can truly be friends, or do they always remain foes? This age-old debate has sparked countless discussions, and the truth is their relationships can span a vast spectrum. From the best of buddies to the most indifferent roommates, and sometimes, unfortunately, sworn enemies, cats and dogs can have it all. These relationships are influenced by a series of factors, including their individual temperaments, early socialization experiences, and the dynamics of their environment. Some cats and dogs form strong bonds, engaging in playful interactions and even grooming each other. Others may coexist in peaceful indifference, tolerating each other's presence without any real attachment. In some instances, though, rivalry can arise, sparking occasional conflicts, and in rare cases, hostility may even develop, leading to aggressive behavior. But fear not, these relationships are not set in stone. With careful management and the right approach, harmony can be achieved. Let's unravel the mystery of feline and canine relationships. Picture this, a cat and a dog sharing a cozy corner, grooming each other. Sounds unbelievable, right? And yet, it's not as far-fetched as it might seem. You see, many cats and dogs can and do develop strong bonds, becoming the best of friends. It's a sight to behold a dog and a cat, traditionally seen as the most unlikely of companions, engaging in playful interactions and sharing space peacefully. Let's take an example. Imagine a fluffy Siberian husky, let's call him Max, and a sleek Siamese cat, let's name her Luna. Introduced to each other at an early age, Max and Luna grow up together, sharing their meals, their playtime, and yes, even their quiet moments of rest. Their bond becomes so strong that they often seek each other's company, engaging in a playful bout of chase one moment and curling up together in a warm embrace the next. Or consider another scenario. Picture a mischievous tabby cat, Oliver, and a gentle golden retriever, Bella. Bella, being the older one, becomes a sort of mentor to the young Oliver, showing him the ropes, and in return, Oliver keeps Bella on her toes with his playful antics. Their friendship is a beautiful balance of guidance and spontaneity, creating a harmonious environment in their home. But it's not just about playfulness. These unlikely friendships also extend to times of need. Imagine a scenario where Bella falls ill and Oliver, sensing his friend's discomfort, stays by her side, providing silent companionship. These moments of empathy and understanding, so unexpected from animals of different species, are truly heartwarming. These cases are not just rare exceptions. The truth is, with the right environment and early socialization experiences, cats and dogs can form bonds that transcend the boundaries of their species. They navigate their differences, learning to understand and respect each other's boundaries, all while forming a relationship that's nothing short of remarkable. So yes, a cat and a dog can indeed be best buddies. And these friendships offer us a fascinating glimpse into the world of animal behavior, reminding us that even the most unlikely of friendships can bloom in the right circumstances. But what if they just, well, tolerate each other? Imagine a world where our beloved feline and canine companions coexist, living under the same roof, yet not necessarily seeking each other's company. A world where they choose the path of peaceful indifference over warm camaraderie or heated rivalry. This is the reality for many pet households, and it's a fascinating dynamic to explore. In this scenario, cats and dogs are like roommates who have learned to respect each other's space and preferences. They may cross paths, acknowledge each other's presence, maybe even share the same room, but they don't necessarily interact much beyond that. It's like they've drawn an invisible line in the house, a line that says, this is your space and this is mine. This doesn't mean they dislike each other. On the contrary, they've achieved a state of peaceful coexistence. They've learned to read each other's signals and body language, understanding when it's time to give each other some room. A dog might notice a cat's ears flattening or tail twitching and wisely decide to give her some space. Similarly, a cat might see a dog's wagging tail and interpret it as a sign of excitement, choosing to steer clear until the dog has calmed down. It's a delicate dance of mutual respect and understanding, a dance that requires patience and time to perfect. It's not a bond formed out of deep affection or companionship, but rather a mutual agreement to live and let live. There's no roughhousing or playful chases, no shared naps or mutual grooming sessions. Instead, there's a quiet understanding that they can share a home without needing to be best friends. This form of coexistence can bring a sense of calm and balance to a household. There's less potential for conflict, less need for constant supervision, and more room for each pet to be their own individual. It's a testament to the adaptability and intelligence of both cats and dogs, showcasing their ability to live together harmoniously, even without a close bond. And that's how some cats and dogs choose to live, in peaceful indifference. They show us that sometimes just tolerating each other's presence and respecting each other's space is enough to maintain a peaceful home. Now imagine a cat and a dog vying for the same toy or the same spot on the couch. This is where rivalry steps in. You see, cats and dogs, despite their differences, can sometimes find themselves in the same arena, battling it out for the same resources. This could be anything from a favorite toy, a comfy sleeping spot, or even your undivided attention. Yes, your pets may be competing for your love. And this, my friends, is where the plot thickens. When a cat and a dog are in a rivalry, it's not always about animosity or hatred. Instead, it's often a matter of competition. The chase for that squeaky toy across the living room floor, the tussle for the warmest spot in front of the fireplace, or the scramble for the last bits of dinner scraps. These are the moments that define their rivalry. Occasionally, this rivalry may lead to conflicts. A hissing cat arching its back, a barking dog with its tail standing tall. These are signs of a spat in progress. These encounters may seem alarming, but remember, they're not necessarily a declaration of war. It's often just a way for your pets to express their feelings and establish boundaries. However, it's essential to keep a close eye on these interactions. While a little rivalry can be healthy, escalating conflicts can lead to stress and potential harm. If your pet's spats start becoming more frequent or intense, it might be time to step in. Proper training, establishing separate spaces, and ensuring each pet has its own set of resources can help reduce these tensions. What's vital to remember is that rivalry between pets, much like rivalry between siblings, is a natural dynamic. It doesn't mean they can't live together or even enjoy each other's company. In fact, with the right guidance, these rival moments can become opportunities for learning and growth. Just like siblings, cats and dogs too can have their fair share of rivalry. So next time you see your pet squabbling over a toy, remember they're not just rivals, they're family. And then there are cases where it seems like a war zone every time a cat and a dog cross paths. In these situations, the relationship between our feline and canine companions can be fraught with tension. A stark contrast to the playful banter or peaceful coexistence we've discussed earlier. This hostility can manifest in various ways, from incessant barking or hissing to more aggressive behaviors like chasing or even fighting. It's a sight that can leave pet owners feeling helpless and worried. But what causes this clash of the titans in our living rooms? Well, it's a mixture of factors. One significant contributor is past negative experiences. Just like us humans, animals carry their pasts with them. A dog who's had an unfortunate encounter with a cat, or vice versa, might generalize that fear or hostility to all members of the other species. Similarly, a cat that's been chased by a dog might be perpetually on guard, ready to lash out in self-defense. Then there's the aspect of socialization, or lack thereof. Early exposure to various animals, people, and environments can significantly shape a pet's behavior later in life. A dog or cat that hasn't been properly socialized might react fearfully or aggressively to new or unfamiliar situations. And if a dog and a cat meet for the first time without prior experience with the other species, it can be like two aliens trying to communicate, resulting in confusion and conflict. Lastly, let's not forget individual temperament. Some cats are naturally more territorial, while some dogs might have a high prey drive. When these personalities collide, it can create a volatile environment. It's a tough situation, but with patience and careful handling, hostility can be managed. It's essential to remember that change won't happen overnight. It requires time, patience, and a lot of positive reinforcement. But with the right approach, even the most fierce cat-dog rivalry can eventually be transformed into a peaceful coexistence, or, who knows, maybe even an unlikely friendship. So, can cats and dogs live together in harmony? Absolutely. But it all boils down to their individual temperaments and experiences. Some felines and canines form deep bonds of friendship, engaging in playful interactions and even grooming each other. Oftentimes, this camaraderie blossoms when they're introduced to each other at a young age. Then there are those who coexist peacefully, tolerating each other's presence with a kind of mutual indifference. They may not seek each other's company, but they don't show hostility either. However, in certain situations, rivalry can flare up, often driven by competition for attention or resources. It may lead to occasional conflicts, but it doesn't necessarily spell animosity. And in rare cases, cats and dogs might harbor strong aversions or fear, manifesting in aggressive behavior. The key factors shaping these relationships are individual temperament, early socialization, and the dynamics of their environment. With proper training, management, and a watchful eye, a harmonious relationship can be fostered. Remember, whether they become friends, foes, or just roommates, it's all part of their unique and fascinating world. If you found this video helpful or interesting, show some appreciation by hitting the like button and subscribing for more. This helps us a lot, so we can make more informative videos about pets.